So sometimes when people do keto, they may develop adrenal fatigue symptoms, okay? And I want to talk about why that is and what you need to do to prevent that. Now, when you start a keto plan, you do lose a lot of water, simply because most people are on a high carb diet, and high carbohydrate diets cause you to retain fluid. So you get on keto and you lose the fluid, and you also can lose the salts, okay? Carbohydrates cause a retention of sodium. Ketosis gets rid of excess amount of sodium and fluid. So salt is also needed to support healthy adrenal glands. And if your adrenal glands are fatigued, guess what? You will be losing more salt. There is actually a condition called Addison's disease where the adrenals are completely shot and you are basically losing a tremendous amount of salt, and you need to consume a lot of salt to survive, because it's very dangerous when you lose salt. But the combination of doing keto and having adrenal fatigue basically mean you need more salt. And I would recommend, if you're going to do salt, you always do sea salt. And the best salt that I would recommend is the Himalayan pink sea salt. So why Himalayan pink salt? Because it's unrefined, okay? So recently I was at a grocery store and I was reading some labels on things, and I picked up a little canister of salt, okay? And I read this was table salt, read the ingredients, was sodium chloride and some anti-caking agent, as well as dextrose. They put sugar in the salt. I showed Karen, I'm like, can you believe that they're putting sugar in the salt now? So when you get salt, you want something more natural. You want something that has the whole package. And table salt is a refined product. So the Himalayan sea salt is unrefined. It has 84 minerals, okay, not just sodium chloride. It's unpolluted. It has most of the trace minerals. Trace minerals are the cofactors to help enzymes work in your body, which are proteins that are involved in the machinery of building tissue and helping you digest. Also, sea salt is antimicrobial. It's very necessary to support healthy blood sugars. It can also prevent cramping when you're in keto. So if you start keto and you start noticing cramping, it could be a deficiency in magnesium, it could be sodium, but when you're doing the sea salt, you're getting the whole package of minerals, not just sodium chloride, but all the trace minerals and other minerals. So the two big symptoms that indicate that you need more sea salt are keto fatigue and keto flu. However, you'd also want to consume it if you start developing low blood pressure, fatigue in general, or lightheadedness. And one last good indication is your salt cravings. If you crave salt, add some more sea salt to your diet. An average person needs about a teaspoon of sea salt every single day. And lastly, I have another very interesting video on salt. Check it out. And thanks for watching. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies. with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.